Welcome to the program. Residents of Chemolingot in Baringo County this morning held demos to protest the killing of two local politicians by unknown people. The angry residents are calling for the arrest and the prosecution of the people behind the killings. The two politicians, one an MCA and another an aspirant for the Tiati parliamentary seat, were killed in Marigat on Friday night. Our reporter Victor Ngele is closely following the developments there and will be joining us in the course of this live newscast. Away from that, Amani National Congress leader Musalia Mudavadi says the Jubilee does not deserve another five years in office because their policies had derailed the economy of the country. Addressing residents of Ngele Youth Polytechnic, Mudavadi, who was in the company of Nambale Member of Parliament John Sakwa and his Sabatia counterpart Alfred Agoi, said the Jubilee administration, under the leadership of President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto, had implemented several policies that had directly hurt the Kenyan economy and as thus need to be voted out to allow a serious government that will listen to the concerns of the people.
Wengine wakifikiri Bwana Mudavadi labda ameshikwa na wazimu, anazungumza juu ya NASA, lakini sasa chama cha ODM, chama cha ANC, chama cha Wiper, chama cha Ford Kenya na tunalenga chama cha mashinani na pia hata KANU tunawalenga, tunawapembeleza. Tunataka hawa na vyama vingine ambavyo vimeona kwamba serikali ya Jubilee haiwezi kazi, tuwe kwa hiyo super alliance NASA. Na hiyo super alliance sio alliance ya kawaida ya kisiasa, kwa sababu tunalenga pia trade unionism, tunalenga civil society. Tunataka hawa madaktari ambao wanadhulumiwa na serikali ya Jubilee, tunasema hawa tunataka tuwe partners nao kwa mrengo wa NASA. Hii serikali ya Jubilee wanatoa ahadi ambazo hawatimizi. Walisema kwa walimu kwamba watafanya kazi nao, walimu wakawa na tabu, wakagoma. Wakaambia daktari tumeweka sahihi collective bargaining agreement, wamekeuka hiyo agreement na madaktari. Serikali ya Jubilee wakawa na joint committee kwa parliament wakisema we are now reaching consensus kwa sheria za uchaguzi za IBC. Uhuru akaweka sahihi kama president. Baada ya miezi miwili mitatu wamerudi kule kwa bunge, wametumia ile tiring of numbers, wamebadilisha sheria tena, wamerudi kwa manual na walisema they are a digital group, digital generation.
Well, from that story, let's now move to another important story of the voters' registration exercise. Today marks the last day of the exercise following an extension by 2 days. We have our reporters following up on this story. Let's start with Rashid Ronald, who is in Kisumu for an update on this exercise. Rashid, good afternoon. How is the turnout on this last day?
Yeah, good afternoon, Michelle Ngele, back in Nairobi. I am at Huduma Center in Kisumu. And normally, on a normal day here, there are very, very many people, lots of activities here when it comes to matters, voter registration and the securing of identity cards. But apparently, this time, it's not, things have changed here in Kisumu. I actually thought that Kenyans are very good at rushing the last minute rush, but today you can't believe it. Right behind me, nothing has been happening since morning. I think a few people have reported here trying to, and most of the people who are coming here, those ones who wants to transfer from one polling station to another, but those who are seeking fresh or want to be registered, newly registered are very few. So the numbers are not so good. Yesterday I moved around the whole county, polling stations here and there, and there's story was just the same, very few people. So one wonders what has happened, and people were saying that yes, many people have not registered, we need more time. Then time was, an extension was made, and then nothing is happening so far, Michelle Ngele. And also today in the morning I saw a lot of identity cards which have been brought from Nairobi to here. They're being taken to various places in the Nyanza region. So a clear indication that many people are yet to actually even pick their identity cards from the registration centers. Michelle.
The activists that filed for the extension of this exercise had cited that it should be extended till June because most people do not have their ID cards. I mean, could that be the reason why there is a very low turnout in Kisumu? Or is it just people do not want to turn out to register as voters?
Not really, but one thing for sure is that I have seen a lot of identity cards here. More than 1,000 which have been brought in the morning, and that is just today morning. That's which were brought last week. A clear indication that we still need a lot of time to ensure that everybody really registers as a voter. Michelle.
Rashid, remember the president had said that to fast-track this process, IDs would be disbursed within 3 days of application. Can you confirm that this has actually happened in Kisumu?
I would say yes and no. You know why? Even if it's after 3 days, remember the logistics also from Nairobi to Kisumu here, it will take even 2 weeks, it can even take even a week or more. So this issue of 3 days is yes or no because of the logistics involved in transporting those ID cards. And once they are ready in Nairobi to be transported all the way to Kisumu, where the regional headquarters, then again transferring them to various destinations. You can imagine you are taking those IDs to Kuria West, Kuria East, CI and the rest. So it takes another day, Michelle.
All right, many thanks, Rashid. Ronald there joining us from Kisumu, telling us that there's a rather low turnout of Kenyans turning up to register as voters despite the extension that had been given by the High Court. Many thanks, Rashid. We'll also be linking up with our Elvis Koske, who is in Kapseret, as well as Francis Ontomwa from Mombasa. But for now, Maendeleo Chapchap leader Dr. Alfred Mutua was in Mariakani at the coast to receive more defectors to the party. The Machakos governor decried what he called politics of greed, insults and tribalism. He said the country was not poor because of lack of resources, but because of a flawed political system.
Kama tunataka maendeleo, afadhali tuongozwe na watu ambao wanapenda nini? Kuna mtu anaweza shinda Mutua kwa maendeleo Kenya? Wakati walifanya opinion ile nini kura ya maoni, alikuwa number 1 governor Kenya. Number 1, Bien Makofi. Sasa kuamua kwangu kwenda huko ilikuwa mzuri. Hata Wameru waliniambia kaa hapo. Na ningependa kuambia watu wa Lunga kitu kimoja. Nyinyi huku kuna shinda. Na Kenya kuna shinda. Na ile kitu muhimu si mambo ya kuongea, si mambo ya fitina, sio siasa ya matusi, ate huyu ni Mgiriama, yule ni Mjaluo, yule ni Kikuyu, mwingine ni Umero. Wale tunataka ni wale watasaidia watu.
Kwa muda mrefu katika nchi yetu tunachagua watu kwa sababu ya ukabila, ama tunachagua watu kwa sababu wanatufurahisha, ama kwa sababu wameiba pesa, wanatuhonga. Baadaye wakiingia kwenye serikali, hakuna kitu wanatufanyia, tunabakia tukiwa kiolelaolela. Tunaomba Mwenyezi Mungu, mbona tumeteseka. Baada ya miaka 5, wale watu wanakuja hapa. Yeye akiitisha kura alikuwa kama mimi. Baada ya miaka 5 unamwona mzee, unadhania pengine amebeba mapacha, ni mjamzito, tumbo imefika hapa, kula mali ya wananchi. Lakini wanakuja hawa watu ambao hakuna kitu wamefanya, wanakuomba kura tena, wanakuhonga, unasema wewe ni wetu, unampigia kura tena. Mjinga ni nani? Ni yeye ama ni sisi? Si ni sisi.
Still at the coast, as a race for nominations for political parties near the battle for the Wiper ticket in Mombasa's gubernatorial contest is shaping up. Nyali lawmaker and Wiper National Treasurer Hezron Awiti Bolo is set to square it out with his party Secretary General and Mombasa Senator Hassan Omar Hassan. Speculation has been rife that the two could end up teaming up as running mates to muscle leadership from Governor Hassan Ali Joho. Awiti, however, says that there will be no letting up in the race. Take a look.
Our party leader is very much open man and tell us all, me and Hassan Sarai, we are all his son. And we'll be able to work out if we can work and merge together with Hassan Sarai, then we'll produce the best candidate. And me and Hassan Sarai, we are talking. Even today morning, we talk and we said, computation not destroy our party, but we need to consolidate our teams to be one, to face ODM. Hassan Joe is going home. Will be sent home with the people of the county of Mombasa. That one I'm 100%. If I've been given a chance, hey, by 11 o'clock he's already gone home. And if Hassan also going to take charge, maybe, if God willing, I will give him support to make sure that Joe is going home. Because the performance of Ali Hassan Joe, you can see Mombasa the way Mombasa is dirty.
Meanwhile, Narok Governor Samuel Tunai maintains that Narok County remains a Jubilee zone. Speaking in Motonyi in Narok North constituency, Tunai dismissed the claims that the opposition was now enjoying unrivaled popularity in the area. He added that come August 8th, during the general election, the county would prove to be a Jubilee zone. Also present during the function was Narok South Member of Parliament Lemein Korei.
Kama jamii ya Narok 2017 Narok County haitakuwa swing county. Tutahakikisha, tutaomba kwa unyenyekevu jamii ya Maasai yote na makabila zingine tupige Narok ipaintiwe red. Iwe ni county ambayo ni ya Uhuru Kenyatta 100%. Tuko pamoja? 100%. Ndio tuwe partners. Hii serikali inakuja sasa ya 2017, sisi tukiwa Narok. Serikali ya Uhuru tayari imetambua sisi beyond ile tulikuwa naye. Sasa tunataka kuwa partners, tunajenga. Sasa ile wanagawa kiti ya mawaziri, tutakuwa hapo sisi kusema Narok lazima ipate nini? Waziri, si namna hiyo? Na permanent secretaries, na managing directors, na machairman ya parastatals, na mambo zingine mingi ambaye sinagaiwa na serikali. Hiyo yote leo hatutaki kuenda kwa nje, tutakaa ndani ndio tuombe hiyo. Na mimi najua His Excellency President na Deputy President wako tayari kuona ya kwamba sisi tumewekwa ndani ya serikali ya 2017.
Sisi tunajua tukiwa jamii ya Masai ya kwamba serikali ya Mheshimiwa Rais Uhuru Kenyatta na naibu wake William Ruto ndio tutaenda sisi wote tukiwa jamii hii.
You're watching a Weekend at 1. We take a short break now. Don't go too far. We'll be back with so much more, including sports news. Welcome back to Weekend at 1. Kwale County Orange Democratic Movement supporters have said that the immediate former Kenyan High Commissioner to Tanzania, Chirau Ali Makwere, is being favored over other gubernatorial aspirants. They are now warning of dire consequences if Kwale residents are not allowed to elect their own flag bearer. Others who are battling out for ODM's party ticket for the gubernatorial seat are Dr. Issa Chipera, Kwale Speaker Sami Rua, Nicholas Zani, Mohamed Mwachai and Gereza Dena.
Tunachoomba hasa kwa uongozi wa ODM ni kwamba sisi wananchi wa Kwale tuachiwe tufanye uchaguzi wetu kwenye primaries, na tunaomba kwamba after tukichagua viongozi wetu kwenye primaries, viongozi wale tuliochagua ndio wapewe tickets. Hatutaki interference ama tutaki baadaye kwamba tukichagua viongozi wetu then huko juu mtu mwingine ama mkubwa fulani atugeuzie viongozi tupe wengine.
Kuna hali ambazo zinapelekea kuwa sisi tuamini kwamba kuna watu wanapendelewa. Kuna watu wana defect kwenye vyama, wanakuja dakika ya mwisho na ni kama wanapatiwa nafasi kubwa. Na sisi hilo haliji kwetu kisawasawa.
Sisi tukiamua kuchagua mtu wetu hatutaki kuingililiwa. Mtu wache venye tumeamua, tuchague venye tunaamua. Si tuchague watu, mnatuletea watu, alafu baada ya siku 2-3 wanatugeuka wanahama vyama. Hatujui kwa nini. Sisi tumeamua msimamo wetu uwe kitu kimoja tu, wana ODM. Na endapo mkiingililia mambo yetu ya uchaguzi hatutafurahia.
It is now 60 years since Mau Mau war veteran Dedan Washiuri Kimathi was executed. Dedan Kimathi was captured in Karunaini in Tetu, Nyeri County, where he led the onslaught against the colonialists. Kimathi was captured at the Aberdare forest, where he had been hiding alongside other Mau Mau fighters. His 60th commemoration was marked at Karunaini, at the spot where he was captured after allegedly being betrayed by African guards employed by British colonialists. His widow, Mukami Kimathi, was at the site together with other leaders. They urged Kenyans to ensure that peace is sustained throughout this year and during the elections.
Si tulikuwa tunaambiwa tuende tuchinje buzi ya mwili moja. Tunachinja saa hiyo. Mungu anafanya ile kitu tunataka. Akituambia tufanye hili na hili tunafanya mara moja.
And we'd like to ask all Kenyans of goodwill to make a point as a pilgrim to come and visit this shrine, and also request the government of Kenya, led by His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta, to establish this shrine as a national monument and to enable it have ample access for the community and for the world at large.
And a recap of our top story now. Residents of Chemolingot in Baringo County this morning held demos protesting the killing of two local politicians by unknown people. The angry residents are calling for the arrest and prosecution of the people behind the killing. The two politicians, one an MCA and another an aspirant for the Tiati parliamentary seat, were killed in Marigat on Friday night. Our reporter Victor Ngele has been following up on these developments and now joins us live from Baringo. Victor, a very good afternoon to you. Has there been any progress with regard to the investigation so far?
Say that the investigations are ongoing. They're in pursuit of and making investigations just to see, or rather to bring to book those who are involved. Though so far no arrests have been made, and that was also the message at Chemolingo Shopping Center, where the residents of a particular area, which is it is nearby where the two slain politicians live, Pepe Kitamba as well as Yuchai Kibet. And they held demonstrations there with members of county assembly, other leaders, together with religious leaders. In solidarity together, they went round the town with twigs, singing and chanting songs, condemning the incident, saying that perhaps they feel that their community is being targeted. And they say they want justice to be done, justice to be administered. It is not only in Chemolingot. We have places like Nginyang, even as far as West Pokot. I mean, the entire Pokota community are mourning those two politicians. Some of the leaders who are there and who managed to talk, Baringo County Assembly Speaker William Kamket, as well as Silale, member of County Assembly, Nelson Lotella, who went to the deputy county commander in Chemolingot, and they managed to talk to him, saying that if they're giving the government a 2-day ultimatum, if those people are not brought to book, they're going to hold a meeting and see the way forward in order to know what they're going to do next as leaders.
So, of course, the assailants as at now are still unknown, but there's been a lot of finger pointing at local politicians in the region. How is this likely to impact the politics, especially now at the height of the electioneering period?
Well, it is going to have a large impact politically, both negatively and positively, because there are those who perhaps may be sympathizers and they may feel that opponent B was partly involved, rather was involved in the killing of Pepe and Kibe. So they might end up going towards the other side. And then there are those that perhaps will want to defend those that are being accused, those that people are speculating were involved. And they may end up saying that these people are accusing our man falsely. But all in all, the leaders are trying to preach peace. They're trying to urge people to be peaceful, to let the investigators conduct the investigations, and not to start spreading rumors, be it on social media, because since yesterday morning there have been a lot of rumor mill on social media, Facebook, WhatsApp groups, people trying to point fingers and even trying to bring out
previous history. Perhaps Leader B said this about the late Leader B, had previously cautioned the late Pepe or Kibe, saying that Kibe, one day ABCD is going to happen to you. And perhaps they were just trying to tell people, the leaders are trying to tell people to just wait and be calm. And there's also another impending issue that may come up of communities. Perhaps they feel that since the murder happened here in Marigat, they feel that perhaps a certain community was involved in the elimination. But that is something that is yet to be confirmed, because no arrests have been made, and those are just speculations running there. So for the few months, the leaders, even the police officers, the county commander, they were trying to urge people to just stay calm and just wait for the people to be brought to book, so that they can know that perhaps it was person A, person B, or person C who was involved in the killing of Pepe Kitamba and Cherite Kibet.
All right, and Victor, before I let you go, you've talked about suspicion between or among communities in the region. Is this likely to spark a communal conflict in the region?
Well, that is something that the leaders have tried to say. I'll repeat what I just said earlier, and it is not clear, because we don't want also to raise acrimony. We don't want to be quoted as being people who are fueling this bad blood between those communities that perhaps feel they have been aggrieved, or perhaps feel they have been accused. But all in all, peace should prevail. We don't want to mention names as a station, as KTN News. We don't want to mention names. We don't want to say that community B targeted community A, but those were just speculations, as I said earlier. Those were just rumors running around social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, people just trying to throw insults against each other. And there are also other issues that came up, the issue of cattle rustling, and also the issue of it being linked to politics. But at the end of the day, let the investigators do their work, let the policemen do their work. That is what they went to school to do. That is what they were trained to do. Let us wait and see who is going to be taken to book for having been involved in the murder of the two.
All right, many thanks, Victor Ngele there joining us from Baringo, telling us police are still looking for the two unknown men who attacked and killed two politicians in Marigat on Friday night. And all right, and that's all your sporting action. It is on that note that we wind up Weekend at 1 for KTN home viewers. We thank you for watching. My name is Michelle Ngele. Our sign language interpreter has been William Sila. Do have a good afternoon, but do join us on KTN News for more.